the magic man, the tennis preacher, the prophet, the psychic, coming back at you again with another video. Oh my God, people, I came from work today and something just hit me. It just hit me. The tennis gods hit me with a revelation, people. The tennis universe hit me with a revelation. People, I know who the GOAT is. I know who the GOAT is. It's a big secret. I'm not going to tell y'all. I know who the GOAT is. People, think about this here. Now, there's all kind of definitions of GOAT, greatest of all time. What does that mean? What does that entail? Does that include statistics? How many wins? How many this? How many slams? Everybody got their definition of the GOAT. Some people got the same definition of what they think the GOAT should be. Some people got different definition of what they think the GOAT should be. But people, I had a revelation today. I know who the GOAT is. Okay, people. Now, here's the first question people should ask. A lot of people don't ask this question. What does greatest, not just greatest of all time mean, but first of all, what does the word greatest mean? What does that word mean when you say a person is the greatest or the greater player? Not the best player, not the better player. Now listen, those two things, they can be characteristics of the GOAT. Well, it better be, if not totally, definitely greatly. Like that, if a person is the GOAT and he ain't the best player or the better player, he better at least be top something. He better be top. He better be close. Like if there's somebody that's a better player than him, or if there's somebody else who got the title of the best player, the GOAT should be close to that though. Like if you saw those two guys playing, it shouldn't be where that guy who you may consider to be the better player or the most wins. The guy who's the GOAT, if that is the situation, he should still be close. Okay, so let me just add that in there here. Okay, but people, yeah, I know who the GOAT is. The universe revealed to me who the GOAT is. Okay. And it wasn't my decision. It just came to me. It just hit me. Now, I've been thinking about this, but I didn't totally accept that premise of who the GOAT is. Okay, people, but listen, the tennis universe told me this right here. My tennis soul, the tennis angels, the tennis gods, they said there's 4 categories that usually a GOAT should have. Now, okay, here's number 1. I got to try to make sure I remember these. Number 1 is usually a GOAT, and I'm going to use Michael Jordan as an example after I give you these 4. A GOAT should be the number 1 icon in that sport. Okay, icon. Not popular now, because I know a lot of people gonna get in here saying, he is popular, or this is popularity contest or something like that. No, I'm not talking about popularity. I'm not talking about who's the most popular player. Okay, because somebody could say Anna Kournikova was the most popular women's tennis player at one time and she didn't win a major. Or somebody could say something like that. Or that, what's his name, Beckham? The soccer star, the British soccer star, he was the most popular soccer player at one time, but he was never as good as Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, the soccer players, right? Okay, so I'm not talking about popularity. So number 1, icon. Usually, if you're gonna be the GOAT, you should be the number 1 icon in your sport. Okay, icon. Okay, and the reason you may say, well, Magic Man, what's the difference between icon and popularity contest? Or what's the difference between being a number 1 icon and being number 1 popular? People, you can be popular and not have substance, like not have a lot of wins, a lot of slams. But usually, if you're an icon, you got to have substance behind that. Like Michael Jordan, icon. Muhammad Ali, number 1 icon. Michael Jordan, I'm gonna get to Michael Jordan in a second. Michael Jordan, number 1 icon in basketball. Okay? Substance. Okay? Not just popularity. Even if Michael Jordan and Muhammad Ali are popular. Okay, people. Number two is you should be number one in impact of the sport. Like, I'm just saying, your impact should be up there. It should be number one. I mean, usually, if you the GOAT, your impact should be number one, okay? All right? Number three is your contribution to the game. I'm talking about your contribution as a player. What you did as a player, your contribution to the game should be number one. Like if you're a GOAT, okay? And let me see what the next one is. Okay, yeah. I thought I was gonna forget them. Number four is you should be the number one legend. So now you may say, well, Magic Man, okay, that sort of makes sense, but can you explain a little deeper? Okay, people, let me just say this here. Suppose somebody called me the GOAT, okay? They said, I am the GOAT of tennis, right? But then this other guy is the number one legend of tennis. He's a bigger legend than me in tennis. The other guy is a bigger icon than I am in tennis. The other guy had a bigger impact on tennis than me. And the other guy gave a bigger contribution to tennis. People, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care how many slams I got. I'm not gonna feel like I'm the GOAT. I'm honest. I'm being honest with you for myself. If they invited me and gave me the GOAT award in front of tennis fans, and then they give the other guy, he's the number one icon in tennis. He's the number one legend in tennis. He's impact in tennis from playing, not from doing outside stuff. His impact from tennis from playing is bigger than mine. And he made a bigger contribution to the tennis game through his playing. People, I'm just being honest with you. Now, I wouldn't feel like I'm the GOAT. I don't care. I wouldn't feel like I'm the GOAT. Now, people, like I said before, I was going to use Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. People, listen. Most people, even though some people sort of go on, there's a 20% maybe that think LeBron is the GOAT. But still, 75% of people, NBA fans still think Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And Michael Jordan, he checks off all those four things. I just said, number one icon, number one legend, greatest contribution to the game, okay? And what's the other one? Greatest impact to the game, okay? I mean, people can argue, but and if you argue impact, you know what? Michael Jordan is a good choice. I mean, you could argue Magic Johnson or somebody like that, fine, or Dr. J. I get all that. But y'all get what I'm saying. Michael Jordan is still, he's one of those, okay? He's arguably number one as far as impact of the game, okay? Muhammad Ali, all four checks off. Number one icon, number one legend in boxing, number one icon in boxing, that's two. Number one in impact in boxing, Muhammad Ali, nobody would argue with you. Muhammad Ali made the biggest impact in boxing, okay? I'm not talking about the stuff he did in politics and social issues and racial stuff. I'm talking about in boxing, his actual impact in boxing, okay? Number one. And number four, the biggest contribution in boxing, Muhammad Ali. He checked all four. So I'm just saying, so here's the big question. Whoever you think the GOAT is, do they check that off? Do they check off as the number one icon? Okay. Do they check off the number one legend? Are they the number one legend? Do they check off the number one impact of the game? And do they check off number four, the greatest contribution to the game? Now, if they don't check those off, I'm not saying you should say they are not the GOAT, because this GOAT thing is subjective anyway, okay? And it don't mean that you're not right, but you should ask yourself, why? Why? How can another guy, when we talk about great, how can this other guy have all those four categories and the other guys don't have those above this guy? Okay? So I'm just asking that question. And people, listen here. I'm going to say something. When this guy walked out a couple weeks ago or so, I was like amazed at the response that the crowd, the fans, the players gave him. It was unreal. It was like something I've never seen in tennis. It was almost like the tennis gods were saying, this is the GOAT. No matter what y'all think, no matter how many this person wins and that person wins, this guy, the response from not just experts, not just commentators, not just fans, but even from the players that were there, the response they gave that guy was unbelievable. And the reason they gave him that kind of response, people, it was because he checked off all four. Number one icon, a characteristics of a GOAT, of the GOAT. Number one impact on the sport, characteristic of the GOAT. Number one contribution to the sport, characteristic of the GOAT. And the number one legend. That's characteristic of a GOAT. People, y'all get in the comment section. Everybody express your opinion. Say whatever. I don't know if I give a response to your comments. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. People, tell me what y'all think. This is amazing. This is amazing, people. What do y'all think about what I just said? Tennis preacher, prophet, psychic, signing off. Have a good. That's what I would do. Tennis preacher, prophet. Let's talk about it.